Automotive, man.
Oh, greetings there again, travelers. Welcome to another strange and peculiar update thing to try and break up the monotony of just mass uploading these stream BMX highlight clips. And if any of you guys have any tips or advice on how you guys go about editing your flatland clips, the problem that I'm encountering is that I didn't type the trick that I landed, or like I didn't really like say too much if this was a good line on that particular day. And so when I look back at my clips, it's just this sea of all these clips, and so many of them are done in the garage or on the driveway, and I can't even tell like which clips are like good clips or which clips are kind of metacore clips. Do you guys like separate them out? I don't really know, but luckily the one thing I did do is I did name the days, and that's the one thing that I guess keeps me a little bit organized, is I have them in the day category. And I guess we're just going to keep going. But if you guys have any optimization of how you guys organize your clips, please let me know. But anyway, besides the point, we did get this illustration done last week. And we did, here's another, I would like to say that this one's another milestone one for me, because I've been trying to learn how to draw the characters tinier on these cards. And this is on a card scale. And the reason why I started trying to learn how to draw the character smaller is so we can get into multi-figural scenes. And lately I've been just doing the monochrome technique. I was doing the watercolor technique where you go straight into the color, but as of late I've been finding just doing the values have been really helping me out lately. But yeah, we got an interesting graveyard church up in here, and honestly the storyline on this is actually an enemy that shot this person, and the spirit or something like that is arising, and it's the same spirit right there. She's pointing to the scriptures. Now it's kind of funny because I've heard a lot of believers say that our actions or things that we do should point back to God's word. And so that's kind of a bit of a homage to that. We got a little like spirit skull kind of just like screaming up in there. Tried to make it a little translucent see-through up in there. We got, but yeah, this one was a trip to do. And what's cool about these updates, everybody, is that we can shout some riders out, and that's what we're gonna do right now. Alrighty, let's check these riders out up in here, and we're going to go into a particular trick, and it's actually a strange, I don't even know the name of this trick, and the first person I saw ever do it was this guy right here, Joel Schallhorn, in this edit, Sessions with Azo in Osaka. First time I ever have seen anybody do this maneuver. Do you guys know, what is this maneuver called up in here? Because I've been asking some people, they don't even know what I guess it's just a track stand, right? It's just maybe a locomotive track stand no-hander or something. Now the thing is in this particular edit with Joel, he doesn't really like show how to ride into this particular trick. But the thing is, if you watch the recent edit that I just put these clips in, how I do it is that, let's go back to that. How I personally do it is I go into a track stand, and my foot will be on that one. Then you switch your foot into a switch foot track stand, and then you swing your leg over down into your pedal like that. And then how to ride out of it is you can basically just grab the bar and then swing your leg through the bar. And the other thing is it was actually this exact clip right here. When I saw him do it right here, I was like, what in the world? And he's like doing it on this like crazy pillar thing right here. But yeah, I wonder, would you guys call this maybe a locomotive? Maybe it's like a locomotive track stand or something, huh? Kind of seems like it would be like maybe a locomotive track stand. But yeah, cool clip. And speaking of locomotive, this is actually the first locomotive I ever saw anybody do. Now I know from what some flat riders have told me, Kevin Jones is the inventor of the locomotive. And shout outs to Kevin Jones. But the first one that I personally ever saw was actually from this edit, and this edit's the one that actually got me into Flatland. So this one definitely has a particular, part to me because I'm like, bro, like this song honestly in here as well, just how there's just this little Bible verse in the beginning. But yeah, it was that little verse right in the beginning. I was like, what in the world? And it sounds ridiculous, right? But that having that little verse in the beginning, it like tripped me out. I was like, wait a minute, maybe I should learn something about Flatland. And it was because of that. And I was like, whoop. And then, yeah, I started learning Flatland. It's kind of crazy. But yeah, this is a crazy lineup in here. He does like a multi-whiplash into a decade boomerang thing, but it's right here. Somewhere around here. I think it's right here. He's gonna go into the locomotive. Or maybe not that one. Is it right here? Huh. Oh, it's right here. This is the locomotive. If any of you guys have any how-tos on this trick, for some reason I can't go in a circle. See how this dude's like going in a circle? So yeah, so for some reason, like when I do either the locomotive or I do the backyard no-hander, I can only go into a straight line for some reason. And I see a lot of people that do it, they arc into like a turbine or a circle, but for some reason I can't get it. I can't get the circle to start. I don't know why. Maybe it's the my bike geometry. I know these guys are running like super high seats and stuff like that. But anyway, everybody, those are the weird tricks of this update thing. And yeah, anyway, everybody, hope you guys have a good one. Continue to keep riding the bike and exploring and trying to have fun and keep making Flatland how-to videos because there's so many ride-ins to the Flatland tricks. There's so much bike geometry, tire pressure, like the stem lengths, scuffing tricks, the ride-outs, ride-ins. There's just so much to it. Rolling tricks. What tricks do you guys walk into? Did you guys like learn it walking in first before you learn the ride-in? There's different ride-ins to different combos. There's just so much lore that sometimes I feel like you can't really find, a lot of them you can't really find a how-to of it, and I've had to personally just save the clip and then just slow-mo the clip and just like literally see it frame by frame and see how they're doing it to try and learn the trick. But anyway, everybody, have a good one. Peace out. And safe travels, everybody.